Allison Fine Arts Central is honored to present Pop Rock, a group exhibition that uses the scholar's rock as a starting point to create dialogue between high and low culture, past and present. Featuring 13 artists from Hong Kong and mainland China, the exhibition highlights the diverse explorations and perspectives of artists working in a range of media. Chimera Stone by Zhang Xiaoli exemplifies the synthesis of traditional Gongbi ink painting and contemporary elements. Her recent works assimilate her interest in science and biology with elements of traditional landscape painting. This is part of a Wai Pongyu's ongoing series of Moments of Truth. Here, Wai merged the two disparate segments from plants, rocks, and the human body to create a striking harmony. Pan Yingguo plays with mimesis and the idea of replicating nature in a quasi-realistic way in this three-stone series. The representation of a scholar's rock has for centuries been intimately linked to ink painting. However, Pan's work goes against Chinese tradition of the fast-paced essentiality of ink and uses the slow-layered qualities of oil and months of labor. The Ink Rock series is part of a body of work that Zhang Jianjun has explored from the early 2000s, where he uses hardened ink to mold scholar's rocks, an elaborate process that took the artist 5 years to develop and perfect. Garden in the Living Room by Shi Jinsong reimagined the rock in the form of a sofa set, demonstrating the collision of Chinese tradition, high and low culture, natural and man-made. Ryan Labar's abstract sculptures are composed of individual and wheel-thrown elements. He has often compared his porcelain sculptures to scholar's rocks. He said, they are objects that open the mind, inviting contemplation, abstract in form, dancing between material and space. Both embody the transformational processes. Rocks are an important subject matter in Yao Wingfeng's ink paintings. Showing here is Riding Mist 15, where he splits elements within the rocks and reconfigures them into multiple grid structures, a unique aerial point of view which derives from his interest in technology and satellite imagery. Dong Wensheng's photography and video works are composed of enigmatic and surreal narratives set against visually rich backdrops. Skeleton Rock in archival inject print is an example of the Taihu rock as a recurring motif in his work. Scholar's Rock 2 by Kongwei Bong shows his distinctive composition and disciplined brushwork. His intention is to guide our eyes through each scene, frame by frame, a reference to the contemporary viewing experience of mobile phones and tablets. Han Lei, a street photography pioneer in China, combines 3D lenticular photograph, a pop culture format in 1980s China, and a scholar's rock, a symbol of Chinese literati high culture, transforming a meditative experience into a colorful and psychedelic one. Six Principles of Chinese Painting Transmission 20 by Hong Fei challenges the sixth principle of transmission, which means learning through copying and imitating. Hong invited his father to paint a rock in Cinnabon red, then saturated the photo paper, resulting in its kaleidoscopic image, bearing no resemblance to the original rock. Zhang Ying exhibited her work for the first time in Hong Kong. Wind at Sunset records the rock in a painting Auspicious Dragon Rock, attributed to the Emperor Huizong, who spent huge sums to gather the finest specimens of rock all over the country to decorate his gardens. Finally, Hong Kong, a Hong Kong-based artist known for his interactive installations that integrate film and video with classical Chinese themes of philosophy, art, and literature. This installation, titled Everywhere, allows for audience to experience and engage with traditional themes and concepts. The Scholar's Rock was a starting point for pop rock as well as these artworks. Each artist demonstrates their distinctive perspective on the symbol of rocks, which lends itself to endless possibilities of exploration and interpretation.